Hello, peaceful world. Here is another update from Ukraine from a prospective Maverick citizen, a young mom, and her precious fur baby. Today is the 10th of February. It's about noon right now, and it's another rocky day in Kiev. Fucking yay! Recently, I've rewatched a couple of my videos, and I've noticed that I seem to be on the verge of two uh, horizons, you know? Like I'm either all rainbowy and it's kind of a unicorn mode. Hi, hello, Mia is so precious, she's amazing. Or if I can hate them. This is impossible, I can't bear it. So I guess this one will cover both sides of my soul and all of my moods because yeah. So last night they sent drones throughout Ukraine, and we got air sirens. But I missed that because I was busy with Mia, trying to ensure her sleep, which was the first step, in these rocket attacks. And this morning, a lot of rockets have already been sent, and one of them was hit by our air defense right above my husband's colleague's house near Kiev. It's very close to Kiev. It's like by car, it's maybe 20 minutes away from Kiev, from where I am now. And he shit his pants, of course, because all the debris flew around. Fortunately, his house remained intact. But that was quite a morning, I believe. And the air sirens are still, actual. And more attacks are being implemented sometime around now, sometime around us. And this fucking sucks. I hate them so much. I hate them for hating so much. Before the war, I was quite a pessimistic person and I never really hated, I think, you know. And I was like, oh, how can you hate everybody or many people? It's all very individual. I fucking hate all of them. Sorry guys, I know some of you are really nice and I assume maybe some of you don't even swear. I do. I can hate them. So there is this thing. Let's go to the rainbow spectrum. Mia turned 5 months old earlier this week on the 6th of February, and right now we had our wellness check with the pediatrician, and everything is fine. Mia is amazing. She's so precious. So this is still true. That's cool. And what did we find out? She is now 64 centimeters, 1 centimeter longer. If those measurements are even accurate, it's hard because babies they square and they move a lot. I don't know how accurate those things measurements are. And she gained a bit more than half a kilo, a bit more than 600 grams, which is cool. It's good for her. It's enough for her. So I'm happy about that. You know, and I don't know why I always get this kind of a relief after hearing this because obviously the baby is a lot. Oh my god, she just seems to be starving occasionally, like all the time, and that makes me wonder whether she's getting enough. She's getting enough. She just has this growth spurts or teething or whatever, which just inflates your appetite, and everything is cool. You know. So yeah, what else? I had one very important question to my pediatrician about her sleep. So she still sleeps mostly in my arms. Uh, if everything is cool, she can sleep next to me. And actually, this week, over the last 3 days, she was able to fall asleep next to me in the evening, and she could sleep for like 3 hours straight, undisturbed, very happy. And then all the fun began when she becomes fussy every hour or every 40 minutes. and she needs my attention in some way. I try to pat her, I try to offer her a pacifier, which she no longer wants and needs, which is cool, I understand, because anyway, the time to give it up completely is coming, but I wanted to kind of use it while I still can, for those couple of remaining weeks. That's not gonna happen because at night, not an option. It's either a boop or even like this night, she just wanted to be held, and that's it. And like when she was lying next to me, she almost became hysterical. When of course I picked her up because I still want my husband to sleep, and I don't mind sleeping a bit in any position. I don't have very high comfort standards right now when it comes to sleep. And so yeah, the question to my pediatrician was whether it was okay, because on the one hand, um, I'm living with this baby, right? And I'm trying to learn her, to find out what kind of a person she is, how I can help her. I understand that sleep is super important now for her development, and I am ready to do like anything for it to happen. And I don't feel too bad, like physically. Fortunately, I have this, I don't know, amazing body that doesn't require much sleep. I'm just lucky. Like, I'm not bragging that I'm strong or anything. This is just some biology and genetics. Like, I have always been an early bird since my childhood. And I used to say that I'm just a born dog owner. It's not a problem for me to walk my dogs in the morning. And now I'm, a born mother, because it also helps a lot. And I never needed many hours of sleep either. 6 taps is like enough. Even when I was drinking and I had my, crazy, just hammered nights, I would love to sleep longer in the morning. I cannot. That's how my body works. So I don't feel bad physically. Uh, Mia sleeps, like with all of that fastiness and anxiety at night, but she never really fully wakes up, which is awesome, I think. And it works for us. But then I started reading, and I see that apparently there are babies who no longer need night feeds, or who already, or something like babies must sleep from 10 to 12 hours at night by her age. Or I hear some concerns of other young parents, and I know that some people turn to sleep consultants because they want the sleep to be more predictable and kind of comfortable, to increase the quality of their lives, and probably to teach their children the skill of falling asleep and so on. And this raises a lot of doubts in me. Like, am I missing something? Should I be more worried? Should I be sleep training? Am I somehow in the way of her development by indulging her sleep habits? And that's what made me concerned. I asked my pediatrician, like, is it okay if we sleep this way, if that's okay for me and for her? And she said, yes, absolutely. Just do whatever makes you feel comfortable and her feel comfortable, and everything will be fine. And I just adore my pediatrician because her main message is there is nothing a baby must do. And even today, she stressed it in quite an emotional tone, like, where can I write it, people? There is nothing, absolutely nothing a baby must do for you. She is developing. There are so many processes, and she has her own preferences, peculiarities, insecurities, and do not expect her to fall into some uh, grass, norms or whatever. Just go with the flow, and I love it. I just want to go with the flow of my baby. That's it. And it was very valuable for me to get this kind of permission, this approval, uh, because sometimes it's hard to just trust my instinct because, it's my first child. I did not have any experience, so why should I trust my gut? The gut should have some, uh, proof, evidence, previous experience. So, anyways, now I know that. Everything is cool. Me is fine. Me is precious. And she is, you know. So yeah, today she also got vaccinated. Fortunately, the vaccine. Oh, that is so adorable. Adorable. I haven't told you. The seagulls are back. Let me turn the cam on right here. Can you see? You know, there are a lot of ducks and a lot of seagulls there, and the seagulls were away for a few weeks. I don't know why they decided to come back. I would not come back to this season, but they are back. You know, I also have some updates on my beaver, but the beaver deserves a separate video, which I will make sometime soon. I love beavers. I often say that. I say that too often. Wait a minute. I love donkeys, you know, and I love dogs, and I love deer, and I love beavers. Well, I love zoos, you know. That's my traveling purpose in general. So yeah, remind me if I forget. I should tell you about beavers. Back to Mia. She was vaccinated against all of those basic things, plus rotavirus vaccine was fortunately available. We did it a bit late because they didn't have it. It wasn't in Kiev in general. It wasn't available in Kiev. You could not buy. When we had to do it, but it's fortunate that even though there is a slight delay, oh my god, you're messing with the wrong seagull. There are these bird fights again. Oh, that is adorable. Yeah. There is also an ibis bird. I think it is called this way. I don't know. I think I should contact some local ornithologists. I do not think it should be living here alone. Yeah. The birds. Adorable. And it's sunny as you can see. You know, we do not get too much sun. You know how happy it makes me. So I'm over the moon today because of the weather. If only there was no work in addition to this nice weather, you know, life would be just supreme. So yeah, I guess that's it. You know, this is the main news. He's fine. She is grumpy this week, and she's going through some growth spurt. And at home, it's really challenging with her now because she is bored with everything, and I think she's ready for some next steps in her development. She either wants to crawl or to stand. She wants to have more control to do more things, but she cannot do it yet, and it makes her super upset. And it's cute. It was cute at first, but now it's tiring, guys. You know. But it's okay. According to the Wonder Weeks app, this fussy phase should last until the end of February only. So, you know, 2 more weeks to go, a bit longer. You know, we can do it. We can do it, guys. We should. Yeah. As for some other, not news, but just realizations, you know. I had a class yesterday with one of my students, and we were discussing the possibility of another major invasion of our region, of the north of Kiev, the capital of Ukraine in particular. And my student said, my prediction is that they are not going to have another go at Kiev. They will probably escalate things yet again in the east, along the front line. But in Kiev, you know, they will just send a lot of rockets, and it's just rockets, not a major invasion with artillery and like troops and whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, that would be fantastic, Dennis. You know, I really did not want to evacuate again. I want to stay home and be comfortable with all the doctors I like and so on. So I really hope they just send rockets and I don't have to leave. And it was a normal conversation. But then I realized that if somebody had told me, say, 5 years ago, 1.5 years ago, that this is the kind of conversations I would be having, I would have been appalled, shocked, I would have been in disbelief. But this is the world we live in, the world when we just hope to get some rockets. Not we. Of course, I want peace and everything, and I don't have any choice. You know, it's not up to me whether I will have to evacuate or whether I'm going to be affected by rockets or whatever. Very little control. I can just adapt very smoothly to whatever life throws at me. But it sucks, like on some deep level, when I think about it, it makes me very, very sad that this is the kind of conversations I'm having now. And the kind of thoughts, like the kind of things that give you relief. I just wrote it. Thanks God. So yeah, but in general, we're managing. There are good things, there are bad things, but it's life, and life should prevail, and I hope it will. So all of you, have a nice day. Thank you for your support, care, interest, and so on. Me and I guess, will head home. I guess Mama is getting hungry as well, and the baby can wake up hungry any second now, and then I'm screwed if I'm unable to quench is the word, right? The thirst. I need to check it to make sure. You see, the smartest brain, words in any language just escape my memory. It was nice talking to you, to me, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.